Welcome, Filthy Kitchen Cooking with the Squadman. Today is a very special episode as it is my birthday. So, if you want to wish me happy birthday, you can do so down below. Thank you for those of you who have already wished me a happy birthday. And if you haven't, well, you've got until midnight or it will be a belated birthday. Now, I'm going to cook me a few eggs by just doing a basic here. So I figured I would put up the video because I don't know what I'll be doing for the rest of the day, and I would hate to miss the opportunity to put a video up for you people. So bear with me now, nothing special, just a little cooking video. So the butter is in the pan, real cow butter, none of this baker's butter, whatever that is. This butter came from the process of milk, dairy, all that jazz. Anyway, I got me some eggs, which I am going to chuck into the old bowl. Now, usually, as you know, I like to break the eggs with one hand, but since I got this here knife, I'll just give it a little whack to facilitate the crack. Open them up and drop them in. There we go. Julia Childs, eat your heart out. R.I.P. to Julia Childs. If you don't know who that was, she was probably, if not the first, one of the very first celebrity chefs. She used to use the book, it was a Good Housekeeping cookbook or something. Very famous. Often imitated, never duplicated. See people kind of mock her, make fun of her, I'm sure, in an honorable way, as she was quite the character. And she did that for many, many years until she was very old. I think it started out in the black and white TV days, and she was younger, of course. And then she was quite old when it finally went off the air. I would be highly surprised if she's still alive. In fact, I'm 99% certain she passed away, probably in the 1990s or something. Anyway, here we go. We're going to whip and stir and whip the eggs. Reiki el Yoko, Yoko el Ono. Stir them up. Stir it up. A couple of music references there. One to Yoko Ono, famous wife of John Lennon. And the reggae man himself. Who was the reggae man? Well, I'll give you a hint. His name was Bob Marley. Not to be confused with Jacob Marley, the first ghost and former partner of Ebenezer Scrooge in The Christmas Carol, who warns of the coming of 3 other ghosts. So if anyone ever asks you how many ghosts, I think this was a Trivial Pursuit question, how many ghosts appear in A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, everybody says, oh, that's easy, 3. Well, no, there were actually 4. Jacob Marley, his old business partner, is the first ghost who gives him the warning. Yep, and in the Disney one, I believe his nose was a door knocker or doorknob or both or one or some combination thereof. All right, so I grated up a new block of cheese, or actually that's not exactly true. I attempted to grate a block of cheese, but it crumbled so much that 3/4 of it crumbled almost to dust, and 1/4 actually made it through the grater. So this harkens back to what I said in a previous video about freezing cheese and how it sucks the moisture out and makes it crumbly. Well, that's what happened. This cheese, boy, did this cheese ever get crumbly, because it was like dust. I should have triturated it, and then I could have made Kraft Dinner. Triturate, by the way, if you don't know, is a synonym of pulverize. Pulverize means turn to powder. Triturate means you grind it up. Tritch. Not quite as fine as powder, but very small. Probably like sand, we'll say that. So people don't generally say triturate, they say pulverize, because it's kind of more extreme and they want the most extreme, right? Now, we got some of the roast chicken from a couple of days ago. This is going to go in as well. So this is my birthday omelet. Cheese, chicken, 2-generational omelet. Mother and chick, hen and chick, hen and egg. What came first? Well, once again, same as yesterday. First I cut up the chicken, and then I broke the eggs. So you tell me. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, I think that logic would tell us it would have had to have been the egg, because eggs become chicks, chicks become chickens. So for that chicken, if you think of Aristotle would say that it was almost like a slideshow of your whole life. Like an acorn contains the tree, and the tree is contained in the acorn, and the whole life of the tree is in the acorn. Well, according to that, if Aristotle is correct, and there's no reason to assume he was anything but correct in this case, the egg, once fertilized, is already the chicken. The chicken will develop into the egg. Inside the egg will eventually use its egg tooth to peck hole and spring forth in a hatching event. And then it will go around and peck. So if a chicken has differed from its parents, mutated somehow, like say whatever was previous, if you follow Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, then the parents might have been slightly different. A mutation would have occurred in the egg or the sperm, or one or both, and then this mutated thing would be the chicken, and the parents would be something extremely similar to a chicken, but slightly different, I guess. So chicken and the egg, I think that pretty much solves it, because chicken was in the egg. So If that makes sense, comment down below. If it doesn't, I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. But if you have a different idea and you'd like to dispute Aristotle, or me, or both, I welcome your comments. Now, Christians would say that God just dropped a chicken, and yeah, the old ancient Greek myth of Prometheus and Epimetheus, his brother, twin brother, I believe, where Epimetheus created all the animals at once and Prometheus created man. Very interesting story. Then they were just created wholeheartedly out of clay, which is very similar to the creation story in the Bible, where God takes a handful, heaps up some red clay and breathes life into it, and ta-da, it's Adam. By the way, Adam means red, and that's what it's referring to as the red clay that God used to make him into. And then he breathed life into him. Breathing the life in, he went, and that's what the word Yahweh, 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 Yahweh means. Yahweh is not God's name. They weren't allowed to pronounce God's name, so they just said Yahweh. It means breath in, breath out, because God breathes life into you. And every breath you take, you're actually saying God's name of Yahweh. You're going, Yahweh, Yahweh. So it's almost like every breath you take is a prayer. Anyway, some people might disagree with that as well, but that's what I learned, and I think it's mighty fine. This egg omelet thing is looking good. I'm a little worried that I got too much heat, so I'm just gonna take it off the burner for a little while, maybe lower the heat a little. Don't want to burn my egg. The reason it's burning on the bottom, as I've explained several times, is this pan is just too small for a 4-egg omelet. It's probably too small for a 3-egg omelet. This is like a 2-egg omelet, or if you weren't making an omelet and were just frying eggs, yes, you could probably fry 4 eggs in here, but when you add the extra ingredients, it kind of takes up a little bit too much space. And then, let's see, yep, then you see the omelet gets a little too hot before the egg is cooked, and you get this little caramelization here, which is fine. It's not burnt, especially on this side. But if it goes on a little too long, it does get burnt and it doesn't taste very good. So I'm just gonna let that rest. Low heat. There's enough heat in the pan. I just turned the heat off, actually. There's enough heat in the pan, there's enough heat in the egg itself to continue the cooking process. Is this ideal? Probably not, but it's good enough. So I'm gonna eat this 4-egg omelet with chicken and cheese, and that should keep me well fed for a few hours. And later on this evening, a couple of my friends who are in town might take me out to dinner. That's the tentative plan. I haven't heard from those guys today, so we don't know what's gonna happen. But if I don't get fed, then this will do for quite a while. Probably enough. Anyway, that's my little video for today. I plan, tentatively, to put up another one later, maybe a fable or a awareness. But since it's my birthday, I may not have time to do that. So I made the decision to put up this video just in case. That's all she wrote for today. But like I said, I look forward to any birthday greetings or just any comments. If you want to dispute what I said about Aristotle or what I learned from the rabbis about Yahweh or whatever, I look forward to hearing from you and welcome all comments. So, till next time, who loves you, baby? This guy. Hope you're having a good time. It's too bad that I can't be with you guys on my birthday, but hopefully before long we'll see each other again. You know that you're always in my heart, you're always in my mind, and just remember, you're somebody's favorite person in this world, and that person might be me, depending on who you are. Anyway, till next time, who loves you, baby? This guy. Goodbye. Love you all.